I'm keeping my fucking hands up.
I'm not reaching for no gun, bro. Step out. Can I pull my?
And have a firearm pulled on him by the Omaha Police Department all in the same day. Imagine that.
Qasim Shabazz is shaken up.
Man, I thought we were getting ready to lose our lives.
Let him know. With this pullover, this was authorized. Think about that. Authorized to pull him over. That you ain't gonna never be bigger than us. That's what the cops send a message. I don't care what anybody say.
Terence Crawford's celebration in Omaha reportedly took a shocking turn only hours after the city celebrated him with a parade and a huge party following his win over Canelo Alvarez. Reports say Crawford was stopped by police around 1:27 a.m. after officers claimed a blue four-door sedan was moving at a very high speed. The situation reportedly became more serious when police said they saw a firearm on the floor of the car, which led officers to order everyone out of the vehicle at gunpoint.
Stepping out, seatbelt. Step out. I'm opening the door.
You can take mine off of me right here on my right. I'm keeping my fucking hands up.
I'm not reaching for no gun, bro. Step out. Can I move my phone?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Tim Bradley looked back at everything surrounding Terence Crawford's traffic stop and shared a view that many fans found powerful and eye-opening. Bradley said it felt like more than just a normal traffic stop that night. He suggested Crawford's rising fame and complete dominance in boxing may have caused some people to send a clear message that even the biggest stars still have to answer to the rules. Bradley also said moments like this often happen when a celebration suddenly turns into something uncomfortable. What should have been a proud and happy night for Crawford quickly changed with police lights on the road and a tense encounter that took attention away from his big win. His words connected with many fans who understood how frustrating it was to see such a huge victory interrupted in such an unexpected way.
I mean, Terence Crawford, he on the highest cloud, bro. In his city, let him know. Let him know. With this pullover, this was authorized. Think about that. Authorized to pull him over. That you ain't gonna never be bigger than us. That's what the cops send a message. I don't care what anybody say. The cops send a message. This our city. You might got the key, but I got the handcuffs. That's what that was. Yeah. Before y'all start talking about my ceiling real quick, my roof, hey, it been raining and stuff. Hey, it's raining now. The clouds is out right now. You can see him in the background. I'm gonna go wash the damn car in a little bit once this rain stops. But anyways, back to the video. Oh, man, look. You ain't got no city until you got the police. That's a fact. Yeah. Shoot. You ain't got no city unless you got the police. Don't ever forget that. You gotta have the law enforcement on your side, man. They gotta be looking out for you. For the good. Not for the bad, for the good. Yeah. Terence Crawford, it don't matter what you do for your city, man. Bruh, I'm letting you know right now, man. With this incident right here, they waiting on you to do something bad. This dude right here, he was trying to jack you. He was trying to catch you slipping. That's all it was. Seeing you on TV, displayed all on TV, parade shut down and stuff. He gotta be, securing certain points and stuff like that. He mad. He mad to see you.
Terence Crawford's security chief gave a chilling account of what reportedly happened during the traffic stop that night. According to him, the officers seemed extremely tense from the very start, which quickly made the situation more serious and created real fear for everyone traveling with Crawford. What was supposed to be a weekend of celebration suddenly became a frightening moment when they were reportedly ordered out of the vehicle at gunpoint. He said the mood changed within seconds, going from calm to dangerously intense. He called it one of the most disturbing moments of his professional career and said everyone involved truly feared for their safety. In his view, what happened that night felt like much more than a normal traffic stop and became an experience those present will likely never forget.
Who was in the passenger seat, the same man who rode on the float with Bud during Saturday's parade.
Be a man who can receive his second key to the city and have a firearm pulled on him by the Omaha Police Department all in the same day. Imagine that.
Qasim Shabazz is shaken up.
Man, I thought we were getting ready to lose our lives.
Being the head of Terence Crawford's security, Shabazz has seen a lot, but nothing like this.
Oh man, it was terrible. It was terrible.
Early Sunday morning, Crawford and his team were leaving an after-party following his parade. According to police, they pulled their vehicle over near 12th and Cass Streets for reckless driving. That's where things took a dark turn.
And as soon as he said he had a firearm, the police officer that was on his side became unhinged.
Police immediately drew their weapons, pointing a gun at Shabazz and the pound-for-pound champ.
I literally have my hands on top of the ceiling and inside of the vehicle.
According to police, an officer had identified a firearm on the floor of the vehicle.
Reports say officers first stopped Terence Crawford vehicle for suspected reckless driving concerns raised. During the encounter, police reportedly noticed 2 firearms on the floorboard of the car, which immediately raised tension and led to everyone inside being ordered out of the vehicle at gunpoint quickly. After further investigation, authorities confirmed that the firearms were legally owned and properly registered to their owners respectively. With no additional violations discovered, Crawford was ultimately issued only a reckless driving citation before being released shortly afterward. Although the matter was officially resolved, the incident quickly sparked debate among fans and observers. Many critics argued that the situation carried a deeper symbolic meaning, suggesting that on the same day Crawford was being celebrated as a hometown champion, local authorities felt compelled to reassert their authority. To some, the encounter seemed less about traffic enforcement and more about reminding everyone that power and control ultimately remained in the hands of law enforcement.
It's with a parade. KETV Newswatch 7's Pete Cudahy spoke with Mayor John Ewing, who requested that the Omaha Police Department conduct an internal investigation. And Pete, what did the mayor have to say?
Yeah, Julie, Mayor Ewing says that after such a great day yesterday, he was heartbroken hearing about the news of the traffic stop. That's why he reached out to Police Chief Todd Schmaderer and Terence Crawford himself to find out what exactly happened at that traffic stop. Omaha police released a statement saying that a car driven by Terence Crawford was stopped for driving recklessly around 1:30 in the morning on Cass Street. An officer confirmed that while Crawford was reaching to grab his information, the cop spotted a gun by Crawford's feet.
Andre Ward added another point to the conversation, reflecting on how Terence Crawford has often dealt with criticism that tries to reduce what he has achieved. Ward said that even before talk of a possible Canelo fight, many critics dismissed Crawford's success by arguing that his wins were not dominant enough because they came by decision. He felt this view ignores Crawford's skill, discipline, and his ability to consistently beat top-level opponents. Ward also suggested that the traffic stop incident in Omaha fits into a wider pattern, where Crawford is often forced to defend his name and legacy. In his opinion, there have always been people outside the ring trying to downplay Crawford's greatness, even though his record and performances speak for themselves.
Tried to bury Terence Crawford. They tried to ruin his reputation and say that he wasn't a draw when the numbers were there for you to see. When he went to MSG against guys that didn't have big names, or that were faded, like Amir Khan, or when he fought Kavyaskis, he did numbers. It was a smear campaign about his personality. He doesn't talk. Nobody wants to hear him. No, that you don't want to hear. So you try to speak for the masses when the whole time you have a star right here. You got to learn how to talk to this man. Even as recent as his last fight, the fight before Canelo, the smear campaign continued. I don't hear the smear campaign now. Them voices got really, really quiet like they typically do when they get proven wrong. And they either try to jump on the wagon, I knew this kid was going to be that, or they get very, very quiet and they start to retreat back to wherever they came from and they don't have a lot to say. So I'm happy for this brother for that reason, because they tried to bury him, Roy. It didn't work. He overcame that. He said, give me my shot. I'm going to show you. And he kept doing it time and time again, and he did it again against Canelo Alvarez Saturday.
Commentators have suggested that beyond the official reports, there may have been wider factors involved in the situation. Some believe that officials in Omaha might have felt some discomfort with the level of influence and attention Terence Crawford now holds in his hometown. His rise from local talent to world champion has made him not only a major sports figure, but also a source of pride for many people in the city. Analysts have pointed out that the incident could be seen by some as a reminder of authority, although these ideas remain only speculation and have not been confirmed by any official statement. This interpretation links the situation to a broader theme often seen in sports and public life. When athletes reach elite fame, they often face greater scrutiny and can find themselves in moments that test how their status is viewed and handled in public.
Police officer wanted to send a statement because he doesn't like the rise of the Black Messiah. He don't like to see a black person in position of power. So he pulled Terence Crawford over for quote unquote reckless driving. And as he approached the car, he decided to lie on his report, because as he approached the car, he stated that he saw a firearm on the floor panel. Come to find out, Terence Crawford informed him as he approached the driver's side door where Terence Crawford was driving, and in the passenger side was Terence Crawford's head security guard. In the back was Coach Malachi, and a young lady was on the side of Coach Malachi in the back seat. And Terence Crawford has legal firearms, and of course his security has legal firearms. They informed the officer that they have legal firearms in the vehicle. He then brandished his firearm, pointed at Terence Crawford's face, and then got very aggressive as Terence Crawford got, and his security and everybody in the vehicle, Coach Malachi, got nervous because he started to show the actions and body language of somebody that wanted to do something completely left. And now in the police report that has been obtained by the community and released and leaked, he never puts about the reckless driving. He never puts speeding.
Amir Khan shared his support for Terence Crawford, saying that no matter what controversy comes up, his achievements in boxing cannot be questioned. Khan praised Crawford's skill, discipline, and strong mindset, and said he always believed Crawford would become one of the top fighters of his era. In his view, the recent situation in Omaha does not take anything away from what Crawford has done inside the ring. He added that efforts to reduce or question his success will not change his standing as a world champion with a solid legacy. For many fans, Khan's comments reflect a wider belief that real talent and proven success always stand stronger than criticism, controversy, and public debate.
I knew that Crawford was going to win. You see, when I watched Crawford train back in Omaha, Nebraska, and when I was in Colorado Springs, he came into my camp. He helped me out a little bit, but at the same time, I seen him sparring some heavyweight guys. I seen him wrestling some heavy, big guys, and I thought, wow. So I asked him, I go, look, do you have like a wrestling background? He goes, yeah, we're like state champion. So that showed to me that this guy is a solid, strong person. Like, no one can push him around. No one can dictate. No one's going to put pressure on him where he's going to feel hurt, because he knows how to control the ring. When it comes to box IQ, like, his IQ in boxing is probably the best. I mean, he knows what punch to throw. He knows how to maneuver these heavier, big hitters and also take away their power and put his own shots in. So yeah, he's up there, one of the best ever, really.
As an ex-fighter champion, I'm just curious. We heard yesterday Dana White says he's not going to acknowledge the WBC, IBF, WBO. He's going to have his own belt and the ring belt. And they want to potentially make changes to the Ali Act as well. This is a big thing here in America. How do you feel about, is it time to make these changes and evolve, or are you more old school and think they shouldn't happen?
Errol, I think it's the time boxing needed to change a little bit. Right.
The gap between official reports and the accounts of those present has created clear differences in how the incident is being viewed. The Omaha Police Department has described it as a standard traffic stop linked to reckless driving concerns, while Terence Crawford's security chief has given a very different version, calling the encounter highly tense and overly aggressive. These opposing accounts have raised wider questions about openness and accountability, and how the same event can be understood in completely different ways depending on who is describing it. For the public, the strong contrast between the official statement and eyewitness accounts has made it hard to form one clear and shared picture of what actually happened that night.
The police report, but now we got information from Terence Crawford, his own team, and they're saying something completely different. If you listen, his head of security, Shabazz, said he was shaken up. He was like, I thought we were going to get popped by the cops. that night. And crazy enough, he teaches classes on how to de-escalate and deal with police officers. So, you know, at least that's what they're saying his credentials are. So he knows how to de-escalate situations and still had a problem with Omaha PD. And the other thing that is different, he's saying that they didn't even know that he had a gun on him or there was no gun on the floorboard, which changes things. So I can't wait till we get down to the nitty gritty and the body cams and this and that, because now this shakes things up. This is no longer the story we were being fed from TMZ. This is something different. The TMZ article said the cops pulled him over for reckless driving, fair if he was doing it, and seen a gun. And in my video, I said, if those things are true, then yeah, the cop can take you out the car for everybody's safety, including their own.
City leadership quickly responded to the growing public concern and acknowledged the seriousness of the reaction. The mayor of Omaha, along with the Omaha Police Department, issued statements saying the incident would be fully reviewed. They said an internal affairs investigation would take place to ensure transparency and protect public trust in the process. While these statements were meant to ease concerns, some people still remain doubtful, feeling the response did not fully match the seriousness described by witnesses. The decision to launch an investigation was viewed as a positive step, but many said the real test would be whether it leads to real action. More broadly, analysts noted the incident as an example of the tension that can arise when a high-profile figure like Terence Crawford becomes widely recognized in a system where authority and institutions are often closely examined and questioned.
Police department put out this statement. The mayor put out a statement as well. Really no meat to it, except like he's going to do an internal investigation. Everything else felt a little political. Okay, Omaha Mayor John Ewing and Police Chief Todd Schmaderer, are aware of a video circulating on social media regarding the traffic stop involving Terence Bud Crawford early Sunday morning. Chief has authorized an internal affairs investigation. Shortly before 1:30 a.m., officers working in the downtown area observed a vehicle driving recklessly near North 12th and Capitol Avenue. A traffic stop was conducted at Cass Street. So he's pulled over because they said he's driving recklessly. All right. While speaking with the driver, an officer observed a firearm on the driver's side floorboard. I'm going to read that sentence to you again. While speaking with the driver, an officer observed a firearm on the driver's side floorboard. That is important. For safety, all 4 occupants were ordered out of the vehicle at gunpoint. The driver was later identified as Mr. Crawford upon verification of his driver's license and was issued a citation for reckless driving. One passenger, a member of Mr. Crawford's security team, was also found to be carrying a legal firearm. Okay, so that's 2 guns in the car, legally. Police have confirmed that all occupants are legally permitted to carry firearms. A police supervisor and lieutenant responded to the scene at Mr. Crawford's request. So he requested a supervisor and lieutenant to show up. Blah, blah, blah. Okay.
It's also incumbent for me to say that it will not be lost on a lot of people that Terence Crawford, being obviously a black man, being pulled over by cops in such fashion and treated in such a seemingly harsh way, will not go down well with a lot of people, especially in the black community, where, let's be honest, there has been tensions over the years between the police and the black community throughout many American towns and cities. So let's be honest, this incident will do nothing to improve relations between those 2 groups, that's for sure. Because make no mistake, this is an incident that could have gone very left, very, very left. And someone could have got hurt, maybe even fatally hurt. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that, because we've seen in the past where incidents of this nature have ended up very badly. So yeah, there's a lot of people who are very upset by this incident. As I said, I've not heard anything from Terence Crawford or anyone related to Terence Crawford, anyone to do with his inner circle. I would imagine he'll be releasing a statement soon. There are some people online who are suggesting that Terence Crawford may have grounds to sue. There are others saying that he might not want to sue because Terence Crawford is a much loved member of the Omaha, Nebraska community. And he does a lot of work for the city, so he may not want to sue the city. However, it'll be interesting to see how this one gets resolved.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned. Until next time.
They argued that people already in positions of authority can sometimes feel challenged when new public figures rise quickly, especially when that rise comes with strong public support and admiration. From this point of view, some commentators see the Terence Crawford traffic stop in Omaha as more than just a simple law enforcement situation, but as part of a wider tension between individual success and established systems of power. This idea is often described as a pattern in society where highly influential people face closer scrutiny and occasional resistance from existing institutions. Some public discussions also raised concerns about possible bias and suggested the incident may not have been only about routine enforcement, but could reflect deeper social attitudes and unequal treatment in certain encounters with authority. However, these interpretations remain unproven and are not confirmed by official findings. Still, they have strongly influenced public reaction, especially among supporters who felt Crawford was treated unfairly or that the situation escalated without need. Overall, the incident has opened a broader conversation about fairness, justice, and equality in everyday interactions between the public and law enforcement, going beyond the specific details of the stop itself.